All right, DGen, so let's get into it. So here's some things that I would recommend. As a blockchain developer, there are a lot of things that I was able to learn and pay attention to, and things that I would like to relay to you for you. Listen, whenever I first started, this is what I would do. I would be going to these first launch tokens, first launch projects, and literally getting into them within the first 2, 3 minutes, two, three, 5x in, getting out. I would only spend two, three, $5 per time, but I would add up, add up, add up. And that was at the very beginning. So of course it's been a lot advanced, but when it comes to like just spending time and just doing everything I can to just stare at these charts, this is something that I have done personally myself. But now that I am a founder and a blockchain developer, I say that because I really want to provide that value and expertise to kind of share and show you what to look out for, what I would look out for whenever I see new projects and or in providing knowledge or, some, hopefully this helps and provides value to you. I'm gonna show you some cool stuff, okay? So check this out. For this video, we're gonna focus on Deck Screener. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to deckscreener.com and you're gonna select on new pairs. You're gonna hit new pairs. Now, one thing that I wanna let you know is whenever you look at sites like these, I know it's common sense to most, but as a founder, as somebody who has to spend marketing dollars in marketing the project, everything that you will see in blockchain is paid for by that company, by that blockchain company, by that meme coin, etc. So if you ever go to any of these sites and you see trending 5 minutes, 1 hour, 24 hours, what that is that's actually, if Vision, because we've done this, Vision would pay, and then we would pay, like, say, anywhere from $300 to $2,000 to be on that trending bar. And so whenever you're on that trending bar, what it does is there's so many different projects. And so based on how much you pay and also depending on the trending, that's how they are fit on that trending bar. So a little secret about that trending bar, those are all paid projects who are marketing to get more views, because that's an additional bonus feature that Deck Screener offers to sell ads for their projects. So when you look at those projects, they're more than likely better bets in regards to safer projects earlier, hitting on that, first couple hours, first day launch, etc. Okay. What we're also going to do is, this is what we're going to get into right now in regards to rug pulls, those first couple minutes, information like that. Most of these projects are going to be, they're good for right now. That's where I'm at. Okay, newest. So we're going to go to newest, and we're going to focus on Solana. Vision was built off of Solana. I'm the founder of Vision. Love my team, love our community. This video is to bring more awareness to Vision. So therefore, we just want to provide as much value to help you as a community, because we just love blockchain, we love crypto, and it is the future, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to help, and we're going to show you what I would look out for in regards to launching tokens, how developers, how the scammers can get you, and how the rug pulls happen. And you can sit there and look at these, and I can tell you which one's going to scam you, which one's going to be rug pull, and so forth, okay? First and foremost, what you want to do is you want to look at makers, which means how many people are buying. How many people are buying? That means 19 people bought, 24 people bought, 109 bought, whether it's buy or sells. Those are how many transactions, but how many people are buying or selling. So the more, the better, especially within the first couple minutes. But remember, those also can be bots. And what you could do is say, I have a project and I have $10,000. I put $100 in each of one of those bots, and then I deploy those bots the moment that a token launches. What that does is, to the average person, it looks like, oh, wow, this is a popular token. Look at all those buys. And so what they do is the bots will buy. As people will buy in, the bots will sell. So it doesn't go anywhere. But, those are something you have to look out for when it comes to, like, makers. If something gets real hot right away, there's like, okay, why is it so hot so fast? It's always never a bad thing too, but it's something to look out for. Another thing that I will look out for is the liquidity to market cap ratio on launch. Whenever you pair and get a token, whenever you pair the token and launch the token on, say, Radium, it's launched immediately. So no matter whether you like it or not, if you launch, it's out there. So every single person, especially snipers, that's usually what happens. And the thing about snipers is as building a sniping bot, you're able to actually put in different filters within that sniping bot through different APIs, through like say SoulScan or Coin API or other different platforms that offer APIs that give you access to blockchain and data and so forth. So, with that being said, what you're able to do is you're able to snipe and you're able to do filters. So, a lot of times there's certain snipers where whenever I was first learning, I was sniping every single project, no matter if it was rug pull, it had $2 in liquidity or not. And as I developed and grew the sniping bot, you were able to filter it. So, a lot of these projects, you will see a lot of makers and then you'll see a lot of non-volume or non-makers. Is that because more than likely that means that they're a non-trusted project? They didn't pass through even the snipers filters, and so therefore they're more than likely going to be a rug pull. So those are another thing to look out for. Whatever I was saying also about the liquidity to market cap, what you want to do is you want to look at like a 1/10 ratio. So if it's like a 1K market cap and a 10K, forgive me, a 1K liquidity, 10K market cap, or something around there, that's safer bet, and that's a good ratio to look out for. What you also want to do is whenever you see those ratios different or too close, that's something that you also want to look out for. For example, like this 25K to market cap, this looks pretty. This is like a good ratio, 24 makers, buys, volume. This is something that I would be very careful of, but right now, just looking at that based off of that ratio coming straight in, that looks good. So for example, 57K, 29, that's completely off, guaranteed rug pull, nothing. I'm not looking at the makers, I was just looking at this. So you can just look right here, and any of these that aren't like, even if they're half, like say, so 700K be around 7 million, not 7 billion. So I can guarantee you this is a rug pull without even looking at this chart. The ratios are way off. 57, that looks and might be fair, but as of right now, 1/4 is something to be careful of, but it's not as bad as these other, like 125, 133. These are just really bad. 138 to 100, that should be like 1.3 million. Yeah, see, boom, told you. I say that with humbly, but like you could literally just like call these things and that you could see the 99%, 100K. Looks like a good one. So I don't mean to bore you with this, but these are certain things that I could just look at a chart without even looking at any information. I could literally go over here to the liquidity and market cap, look at that first, and tell you if that project's going to be past that step, legit or not. And then I would go over to, okay, how many makers? Okay, what is the volume? How much volume? And so then I would do all of those different things just by looking at this new pairs chart before I would even then go into that project to see about investing into that project. So that's how I would eliminate a lot of my rug pulls. So for example, this one, democracy, this one looks fair, just looking at this one, but I would be careful because when you got that much volume, also you got to pay attention and think about volume trading bots that are going to manipulate the price, or it just might be a dope project and it was marketed right and they knew all of the details of the influencers and marketing, blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of aspects. We will get into it. I'm going to teach you everything, but that is something to look out for. So as we look into these, what I'll do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to refresh this to give you a fresh eye, fresh look, fresh couple minutes. And let's look over here. I'm going to go over here, 1.8 equal. This one looks good, 14K, 6K. All right, so we're just going to try this one. This looks like a meme coin based off of the one guy. All right, so Gen Z 69. Okay, so for example, this one was just launched. So this has 17 liquidity. One thing that I will look out for is their logo and locked liquidity. So right now with this right now, this is going up way too much. So that means that the owners, they have a lot of tokens, and I'll give you another step that will help with that. Hold on real quick. Let me try. All right, perfect. Okay. Okay, yeah. So as I'm looking at this, what you want to do is I'm going to refresh it. And the reason I'm going to refresh it is because when a token launches, one thing that you definitely want to do is you want to make sure that the liquidity is locked, okay? And so 90% of the time, 99% of the time, if they know what they're doing, it's going to be done within the first 5 to 10 minutes. If they don't know what they're doing, it may take 10 to 15 minutes. These are certain things to look out for in order to burn that liquidity. So what we're going to do, this looks like a 5%, not 10, say like a 1,000 liquidity to 10,000. This looks like it would be like a $500 liquidity to a $10,000 market cap, if that makes sense. And so I would just be more careful with this one. But this one does look decent. It does look decent, but it looks like a lot of buys. Transactions. Okay, so let me refresh this because transactions this much, this is inside. Okay. So when you got that much volume with 19 buyers, red flag. Okay, so again, like you look at different things. I'm like, okay, that looks good. Market liquidity, that looks good. Okay, a lot of transactions. Okay, cool. And then you're like, wait, oh, hold on, only 22, 6K worth of volume. That's a lot of big buys. That looks like there's something off about that. So I could probably tell you that this is going to be a rug pull and they're trying to manipulate it, or they're doing, they launched it to insiders who are buying now, and then they're going to launch it afterwards or whatnot. So just be careful. I would be careful on this one. But whenever you would see this, I'd be like, hey, here's $5. You know what I mean? Don't do it if you got $5 to lose, but you get what I'm saying. To me, I would be careful. I would say no. This would be a no for me at first, just based off of like a couple different factors. 22 transactions. It would make me excited if this was like 70 transactions or 100 transactions. I'd be like, yo, this one's fire. But this one looks too shady for me, and that would just be my honest opinion. So I'd be careful for a rug pull here. You want to make sure that the liquidity is locked. There'd be a locked liquidity thing here. Logo icon, you get it. Okay, boom. So not to bore you on this project here, but what I want to do is I would show you, okay, if all of these things like passed, if all of these different options passed, if the liquidity matched, if the liquidity was locked, if you saw that this information was updated, then again, like the next step is like, do they have a website, Twitter, social media? That's whenever they burn liquidity, then they update Deck Screener. That could take 15, 20 minutes, so that's fair. That's understandable for better projects. But if they don't have that, if you see certain things, you want to wait an extra couple, 10, 15 minutes before you invest, that's something that I would help you look out for. I know you might want to have the urgency to be like, yeah, here's, I do want to invest. Just be careful. These are different steps that I would take. And then what I was going to do is we're going to go to, if you liked everything so far in regards to the project, you want to kind of like see, okay, there's no love from the community, so there's no community, especially launching a couple minutes ago. Most of the, like, if you got some kind of community and marketed it right, you would have at least like 1, 2, or 3. So one thing that I also would do is do rug check. I'll do rug check, go to rug check, Bing. We're gonna go to rug check. Boom. Do that. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to rug check, and then I'm checking rug check. If everything else passed, I'm going here to kind of see what the deal is, okay? And so it says danger, look at locked liquidity, 0.04%. So this is definitely a rug. Permanent control enabled, large amount unlocked. Top team, yeah. Single ownership, 95%. And you look right here, that's not an exchange. That may be an exchange, but I doubt it. High ownership, mutable metadata. That means they can change it. Market cap, 1 million. Liquidity, yeah. So for me, again, all those different steps, yeah. Okay, so for example, like whenever you see like a 95%, what somebody could do is they could like launch 95% and keep 5% to themselves. If you see something like this, that means that they launched 90, like this would be 1 billion tokens. You see 95, 950 million. It would be 1 billion tokens. What that would probably mean is that since the liquidity is not locked, they paired 95% to it to launch it to everybody and keeping that liquidity, and then bought everything, put it in a pool. There's something moving here. What's being pool? That might be some. Again, there's always these different things. I know what that is. That could either be that they burn some tokens, but only 10 million. I mean, somebody can bought it or something. I don't even know. This is doesn't trust. That doesn't sound good. But when I see shit, I'm always just, you could always like think, okay, why is that? Oh, is that, did they burn something? Did that? Then you're like 95%. No, they didn't. They still have locked liquidity. You refresh that. Yeah, that nothing changed. Yeah, that's just, it's bullshit. So I would say no. I would say this is a no go. I would be very careful with this one. I've been talking, and I talk a lot for 5 minutes, and there's only been one transaction. So again, rug pull, that would be certain steps that I would look at, to look at rug check, look at all those different factors, how many owners of the token, and all that other good stuff. So there's a lot of different other ways. I hope this video provided some kind of value. I would show you a project that would look good. Okay, so like, for example, let me just wrap this video up, but give you a project that I could see and look out for without even seeing anything. Okay, let's look at somebody that's doing some marketing. This came out 34 minutes ago. You see these bolts right here. What that means is they boosted their project. In order to get a yellow color, you need to spend over $1,000 to get the yellow highlighted thing for that project. And in order to get 500, you could pay like 10, 50, 100. In order to do a 500 boost to get the yellow, it costs $1,000. So Not Chill paid $1,000 from their project to get on there. So now we're going to click on it, and you see a logo. See how these don't have a logo? And you see how Not Chill does have a logo? They probably, because they have the boost, have it, the locked liquidity, and they updated Dex Screener. So let's check that out. So, as I was mentioning before, I was wrong, but am I at the right one? Not Chill. Yeah. Okay, great. This is good to know too, because again, you got all those different steps. Again, these are things that you, once you understand it, you could knock these out right now, where I'd be like, fuck that. Nope, that's a no-go. So for example, I was like, oh, wow, that looks good. That looks good. The logo's here. They're boosting it. They're putting money towards it. They have 4K in volume. So they don't have locked liquidity. They updated Dex Screener, all of this stuff. So what they do, and to pay attention, is that they would, to update Dex Screener, that costs $300. To put your yellow name at the top, like up here, just to get the yellow highlight, costs $1,000. So when they launched their token, they spent $1,300 right up front to get that information updated, and to launch the token, to update their profile, and get the Not Chill. Forgive me. You get where I'm going with it. So they spent that money in order to get all of those sniping bots and all of the people like you and I who don't know how to cross all of those check marks. They are crossing out A, B, and C, but we have A through Z. But they're doing, like, if you're going A, B, and C, they check it off. The sniping bots check that off. And so now they spend $1,300. Now they have $4,000 in volume. Could it be volume bots? Could it be, it's 21 transactions? So I would say it's all them making and faking it, fake it till you make it. And it didn't go good. So you're going to see them selling off or pulling liquidity any second because it didn't work. Okay. But these are certain things that you can look out for, especially with $143. I mean, that's red flag number one. I saw that as soon as I opened up this chart, but at the same time, I passed that because I wanted to explain it. But red flag number one, there's $137 in liquidity with a $400K market cap. That shit don't match up whatsoever. So what that means is you're only going to be able to do $1 buys, $2 buys, $3 buys, because there's not enough liquidity for any big buys or purchases to come through. So red flag, easy no. But these are certain things that, like, again, 4K volume, updated Twitter, all this good stuff. Those are different things to trick you, trick sniping bots, because sniping bots are just gonna throw money at whatever hits their filter. They're throwing. They have a $10 per snipe. Boom, 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 boom. It's hitting up. There's 100 of them that come out an hour. 10 of them are passing their filters. $10, $10. Boom, 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 boom. Over and over and over again. You could set up time frames, time limits, all the stuff I've done. It's in our bot, our sniping bot. And so, but these are all different things that you can filterize for those bots to help you with it. But anyways, that's how they would probably work the system, knowing as a founder and knowing what people are doing and how you can call bullshit. And this is what I want to do to help protect you, because trillions of dollars coming into blockchain. Everybody's going to be getting into it. It's the future in regards to technology into really what's going to be helpful, but there is going to be a point in place where it's going to be scary for a lot of people, and being hacked, being compromised, wallets being compromised, every bad thing that you could do possible, rug pulled myself many times. You can better prepare yourself, and I can better maybe hopefully provide value and expertise to you to hopefully this helps you. But anyways, we're going to talk about a lot more. This was only to help you, and I hope this was a valuable lesson. And hey, Shane Brown, the $1 Billion Mindset. Like, subscribe, follow the journey. If you have any questions about any blockchain, anything, our goal is to provide as much value. I said that like 1,000 times, but it's just to bring as much, awareness to vision. That's our blockchain project. That's something that I'm very passionate about, and everything I'm doing is to funnel, viewers and awareness to vision, a utility project, and also bring awareness to blockchain, because I want blockchain to be safe, and I also want people to feel secure that they can come over. And also, since there are so many bad actors and red flags and ways that you can get hacked or scammed, we really need to protect everybody that's coming over, because it's going to be a scary game for certain people, and it's going to like the one guy, what's his name? They got like $200 million, went to jail for it. But I mean, like, the shit happens, okay, and it's real, and we need to protect ourselves, and we need to protect the onboarders that are coming on, because the better and safer and more transparent and trustworthy that we can make it, the better. And so, of course, you have the ETFs and the bigger companies. That's where it's at for the big money. But at the same time, like, everybody wants to play the game. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. This is for entertainment purposes only. Never put in more than you could afford to lose. I promise you that. But at the same time, if you are getting into it, these are hopefully some tips that were and could be beneficial and provide help in some kind of way. So anyways, I'll shut up. Yo, 3 minutes ago, chill guy, age 3 minutes. So they paid for this, did a pre-launch. Yeah, I could already tell you this ain't gonna work. They try to do everything. They try to do everything. I'm ending this video, but I could just tell you right now, everything that I just said, they scheduled their launch, they paid for the boost, they prepaid for Dex Screener, and then you're gonna get 38 transactions, you're gonna get a huge pump, and then you're gonna get all these sniping bots. Boom, boom, boom. And then you can go to Top Trader. They usually have like a sniper's part right here. Let's see. But anyways, so this one's gonna be popping off because they did all of the checks before they launched, and they only did the basic. They don't have a website. They only did Twitter, Telegram. This is gonna be a rug pull, and hopefully this will not get you rug pulled. So anyways, holla at your boy. Have a good one, and follow for more videos. Thank you for watching.